Peninsula. I'm Maria Sorreo, joined by my very good friend, the president and CEO of the Palos Verdes Peninsula Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Eileen Huff. Eileen, I can't believe that it's that time of year when we talk Citizen of the Year and Salute to Business.
Absolutely, Maria. Thank you so much for having me today.
Absolutely. Now, this is a combined event. It used to be two events.
Correct. It used to be we would do Salute to Business as one event and Citizen of the Year as a second. And then coming out of the pandemic, we said, you know, let's just bring everybody together and have one big event. And it was one of the first events after things opened up. And it was such a success, and people love the concept that this is now the third year that we do both our business awards and our Citizen of the Year award together in one giant end of the year celebration.
At Trump National Golf Club.
So I'm really excited about the way our chamber approaches this. We are a membership organization, and so everything we do is membership driven. And so for these awards, the nominations to receive the various awards come from our chamber members. So a member nominates a fellow chamber member. All the nominations are put together, and then we have a committee of members who sit down and review all the nominations anonymously. They don't know who the nomination came from, and they deliberate and make what they feel are the best choices to receive the awards. And it's a tough job because, as you can see from our honorees, we have an outstanding group of chamber members. And so to be selected for these awards is very prestigious because these businesses and nonprofits are being honored by their peers. And I think that's really cool. It's not a popularity contest.
No.
It's based on peer nominations.
Let's meet the honorees for 2023.
When my partner Tom and I came to Green Hills 12 years ago, it was in full force. And they also had a pretty big Easter sunrise service. And we said, wow, this is amazing. I've never seen the reaction from the community to a business like that. It was very touching. But we said, wait a minute, what about the second half of the year? We're not doing anything to engage with the community. So we came up with a harvest festival, and we just got done with that. And we build a pumpkin patch and give away 5,000 free pumpkins to neighboring families. We'll have a country western band, an arts and crafts tent where kids can put, googly eyes on little pumpkins and just really try to connect at a time for something other than sorrow. So we've had a lot of fun kind of reinventing ourselves and doing things where we can connect and people can come to us in advance before, obviously, there's an issue in the family, and they can meet us and know that, we're relatively normal, and they can trust us when they need to. We have a culture that we've installed there, and 13 heartbeats that we live by that include serving with a grateful heart, being pleasant, present, and positive, and ultimately trying to design the perfect service. And these are maxims that we operate by every day, and we hold our employees accountable to them. With the access to the internet, people are able to really explore and check out different parks, different sites, different ideas. So we have designed areas in the park that families can come and they can reflect and remember and feel like they're in a spiritual oasis, that they can get away from the world and feel safe. But it's also beautiful. We've put in waterfalls and streams and things that you're not going to find anywhere else. And it surprises a lot of families in a good way. We have 3 maxims that we live by: caring for our families, absolute integrity, and putting our families first. And I think the integrity for any business is a cornerstone. If you're not telling the truth and you're not walking the walk and doing what you say you're going to do, then families need to go somewhere else, and they need to find somebody that's going to take care of them that way. So the people that we hire need to be of utmost integrity, and they understand when they come in and they look around, they see the other quality people that we've brought on board. They'll get it by osmosis, and they'll understand the culture that we're going to be living by going forward. It's very important to us.
I'd say there's not a family that doesn't have a story about being at El Camino at one point in their life, whether it's their son or daughter or their grandfather, their father, mother. I mean, everybody in the South Bay seems to have some kind of connection to El Camino, which is really special for us. From the staff to those who graduate from El Camino, they always reminisce about the fond memories that they have coming to the college, and whether or not they met their best friend there and they still stay in touch. There's so many stories that I continually hear when I'm out in the community. It really warms my heart. Our healthcare program is one of our most popular in the South Bay. As you can see, healthcare is only growing. We found that it's one of the trends on the economic labor force statistics. So continually people are seeking the respiratory therapy program, which we are very proud to say is now a bachelor's degree in science program, the only one in the LA County area, so we're very proud of that. We've always had a very impacted nursing program. If you are in any of the hospitals in the South Bay, you are guaranteed to bump into an El Camino alumni that's going to be caring for you. So we're extremely proud of the success rate of our graduates. Many of the programs are 95 to 100% graduation rates from their tests after they leave El Camino. So we are continually supplying the healthcare workers of the South Bay and beyond. And one of the most important aspects of the training programs we provide at El Camino College is training our first responders, whether that be firefighters, EMT, our police officers. Those are the ones that are going to be helping you when you need it, when you're in an emergency in your home, when our community has a disaster. Those first responders trained by El Camino College are going to be there to save your life when needed. And we are very, very proud of those graduates and the relationships that we have with those first responders in the South Bay. Many of our students are in great economic need, and the scholarship program provides them with a pathway to achieve their dreams. So this last year alone, we awarded nearly $1 million in scholarships to hundreds of students, and that just allows them to continue on that path, whether it be a certification to go right to work or a transfer to the university of their dream. So we're really proud of our scholarship program. There was one particular student who, again, she was a working mother, had very young children, and she was able to not only graduate, but transfer to the university of her dreams. She's at UCLA this year. Her daughter is just about 5 years old. And it was so fun to see her graduate with her daughter with her. She walked down the red carpet to take her diploma, and the joy on her face was so inspiring to everybody in the audience. So it's lovely to just be a part of, our students' success like that and celebrate with them.
A little bit about the company, Redondo Van & Storage, is that we've been in business since 1919. So we're celebrating 104 years this year, and it's always been independent and locally owned. And so what's really great about Redondo Van & Storage in that way is that we've been able to really keep everything centralized here. We're actually headquartered in Redondo Beach. And we've been able to create a really cohesive company in the South Bay. And for all of those reasons, we've really been able to stand out because we know the area really well, we know the customers, we know the real estate agents, and we're just so fortunate to be able to have built such a vast network over all these years, and especially keeping it within the family after all this time. What I really enjoy about it the most is being able to work one-on-one with our customers and provide them with excellent service. For me, it's all about our customers and making sure that they're satisfied at the end of each and every move that we do for them, and being able to have those personal relationships and connections every single day with every single person at a very different stage of life. It could be somebody who's expanding their home because they have a little one on the way, or it might be somebody, unfortunately, dealing with somebody who might have passed and trying to figure out what they're going to do with their belongings afterwards, and everything in between. I think for us, it's really the reputation that has been built over 100 years. The reason that people come back to us, I believe, is because of the quality of our team. The business would not be here without our amazing moving staff, our amazing packers, our warehouse team. They're the ones who are doing literally the heavy lifting, and they are the ones who are making it happen every single day for our customers and making sure that they're having the utmost satisfaction for the move. I really think the trust factor has been established because from start to finish, every interaction with us is consistent. From our sales team who goes out to meet the customer on day one to assess their home, what is going to happen, what do we need to do for you, all the way until the actual move day when the movers are doing the exact same thing that we've told them that's going to happen, and they're seeing that consistency from start to finish. That really establishes a great trust for our customers. And then because they had such a good experience, they want to repeat it. And it's that repeat and referral business that we're so thankful for because of the amazing jobs that are happening every single day. And I think that network of the word of mouth is so powerful, especially here in the Palos Verdes Peninsula. We're so thankful for that too. And so we just thank everybody. I hear all the time people say, oh, I saw you on Nextdoor, I saw you in the Facebook Moms group, or I saw you in this magazine, or I saw your company because of my real estate agent. It's just all of these different networks and connections that we've established. And that's in large part thanks to my parents, because they have both been in the business for so long. My father's been involved with the company over 40 years. So he's really done a lot to establish our foundation and the name in the community. For many years, Redondo Van & Storage, I think it's actually our 27th year this year, working with the Torrance Memorial Medical Center Foundation, where we actually go to the tent, which is right there on Sky Park, and we help them set up and tear down the whole event. But the other amazing thing is that, courtesy of Redondo Van, we take all of the decorated trees that the volunteers decorate every year, that they auction off to bring in those contributions to the hospital. We deliver them to the recipients. And so we've been doing that for 27 years with the Torrance Memorial Medical Center, and we're just so grateful to be able to give back in that way and really make a difference to make sure that their event goes on without a hitch. I've grown up here my whole life. I went to Rolling Hills Country Day School for elementary and middle school. I went to Chadwick School for high school. And I think for me, it's so much of my life has been the investment of those around me here in the South Bay, and just to be able to give back now through the company and continue that legacy that my parents have really established has been something that I want to continue as well.
The Artbox Academy is really the new sister company of the original business we've had here for almost 25 years, called Art to Grow On Children's Art Center. And the Artbox Academy originated during the pandemic as a solution to really continue bringing creative projects and lessons to just thousands of children in schools that were now home, and hundreds and hundreds of pediatric patients, and even guests at resorts in packaged, boxed and kit distribution. So we morphed the whole thing. My moment of creative panic was in March of 2020. At that time, Art to Grow On Children's Art Center was working with approximately 36 to 40 schools throughout the South Bay, Los Angeles, and Orange County. And as we all know, the lockdown occurred and the creative panic set in, and we had a box model from 5 years previous, a very small model distribution during the holidays only for Children's Hospital Los Angeles. And literally in the studio, when I saw maybe half a dozen boxes left from the Christmas season and realized we had an entire quarter and sessions worth of inventory, we were able to box it, put it in kits, and get the message out that we were still offering some type of creative class, but in a box. And we had the community, we had school districts, we had principals, announce it, and we started selling hundreds, literally packing our cars, putting them in the back of our trunks, and going door to door, dropping them off on the porches. Well, the boxes are based on a couple different art movements. It could be Impressionism, architecture, modern art. So you'll always have, we call it our main kit or our core kit inside, which could be 20th century architecture or a Van Gogh lesson representing Impressionism. And the child is always inspired by the lesson. It's not a direct method. It gives a guided card with the supplies, and really it supports their imagination. It is a lifeline. And the philosophy, we're very clear in our philosophy that there are no mistakes. And even in our classrooms, or whatever group of children and even adults that we're working with, that everyone has their own creative mind. One of the earliest remarks that we received as a team, this was 18 years ago, I mean very early on, that a father stopped us after one of the classes and said, "Thank you for letting my daughter think." And as we've continued growing, we've supported something called Optimal Thinkers. That's really what we want these children to be. We are not after them making the perfect flower. It has nothing actually to do with the flower or the building, whatever they're making, but all of the grit and the perseverance and the problem solving and the critical thinking, figuring out how to make it work. So that really stuck with me. That really stuck with me. Yeah, so our team is phenomenal. We have a group of about 10 that work for the Art Box Academy, and their backgrounds are truly exceptional. Every single child that they work with is extremely acknowledged, they're important, and we make sure that they're thriving in our classes.
My wife and I are the co-founders of the Forefront Media. We love storytelling, and we believe in the power of storytelling. So I think everyone has a story, and every story is unique and is worth to tell. So when at the beginning, we started Forefront Media, and we focus on to tell the love stories of the newlyweds. Yeah, so that's very romantic and beautiful. As the business grow, especially I want to talk about the 2020. It's really a significant change for everybody, for all the business. And from that point, we kind of pivot our focus from the weddings and the events, because a lot of weddings and events is shut down. And we start to work with business owners, entrepreneurs, and also the nonprofit organizations. Yes, because my wife and I, when we first met at church, we always have the passion about nonprofit organizations, and we want to do something really positive and impact the community. But when I joined the group, I did some video and also the interview through the Zoom, also in person, to hear about their stories, and it's really emotion, and it's really touched my heart. So I mostly do the video part, and my wife Jessica, she is a photographer, and she worked with a lot of families, especially how newborn photos is what her specialty. So we are work as a team. She doing the photos, I do the videos. Newborns is start from 2020. Since my firstborn, my baby girl born on 2020, which is the COVID year, the COVID baby. And my wife started to learn how to be a newly mom and put her passion, learn some skills to deal with the baby. And she is pretty good at it. People call her a baby whisperer. So I think people are different and business are different. Yeah. So when we do the weddings, so we always want to hear their stories first and customize, base it on their experience and what they love. So for myself, I'm learning always the first thing. I learn about the people, about their stories, and then make the dream come true. Well, giving back is always important for us because, like I said, my wife and I we are Christian. We met in church, and we always want to spread the love of God to the community. So I think there's many ways, but I mean from the working experience, this is a great way. We not so just work, but we also can spread the love and our creative to the world. So that always is our passion. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I went to the club as a boy. The San Pedro Boys Club was only boys back in those days. Thankfully, we broadened our horizons, and now it's boys and girls clubs. Had a great experience as a child going there, playing sports, meeting friends. But I had an opportunity to become the CEO 29 years ago. We had one location. I had been a teacher and a coach for 17 years. And when I had the great opportunity to become the new CEO, I asked the board, let's try to broaden our scope, our reach. let's build some pathways to success for young people that maybe don't have all of the opportunities that some of the rest of the world does bring equal access. So we built a program around academic support and a pathway to college. More recently, we've built out our own workforce center for young people and young adults that want to go straight into the workforce out of high school, and we're working with training centers and trade unions to provide that pathway. Recording studios, animation, innovation centers, arts, huge arts programming. I had no artistic ability at all, but there's so many kids that need that outlet, whether it's fine arts, music, dance, recording arts. So we've really been able to build a comprehensive program through the support of so many great donors and great board and fabulous youth development professionals that we have at the club. What I'm really proud of is just the everyday contributing adults that the club develops, what we call the finished product, those that are able to leave the club at 18 and go on to a pathway that makes them contributing members in our society, whether they're parents, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're educators, they're youth development professionals, they're cooks, they're designers, they're architects. Those, I think, are the real success stories, because those are the vast majority of the young people who graduate on and become the finished product and really make a difference in our communities. We've been so blessed to have staff that have been with us 10, 15, 20, 25 years while I've been there. Truly dedicated individuals who really care about our young people. They're the ones day in and day out that make a difference and provide those pathways to success. Every child has capacity and ability, but every child does not have access. And our goal is to provide those access points through our comprehensive programming and giving them the same opportunity to compete in the classroom, in the workforce, in the boardroom, with young people who grow up in much more affluent circumstances. So I think that's what's probably the biggest opportunity, is that equal access that we're able to provide. We've had LeBron James, who donated funding for our gymnasium at the San Pedro Club. More recently, Caleb Williams, the outstanding quarterback from USC, has visited our Wilmington Boys and Girls Club. And along the way, a lot of different athletes that have come around and shown our young people that, 97% of our kids are youth of color. And to be able to see like the Misty Copelands, the LeBrons, the Caleb Williams, and seeing people that look like them and have come from similar circumstances be able to be successful, I think it's just a great realization for our members that they can become really, truly great in whatever field they choose.
All the friendships I've made throughout the years, amazing. I've met some lifelong friends, got to know people and their passions. So yeah, it's the people in this community. I love it. A lot of the folks on the Hill are, especially when they come into the bank, they're parents of, friends that I grew up with, and I care about them. So it made it just natural to care for them at the bank as a client. But it's just the people. There's such a variety of organizations I work with. I've got, from it's Little League to seniors to, student athletes to, gang prevention, gang intervention. So it's all over the board. If somebody needs help, I'll sit there quiet for a little bit, but then, I'm usually the one that says, oh, I can do it. And I usually do it. I was just going where the need was. But yeah, no, I love this community. I grew up here. I think it still has that, small hometown feel. When you go to the grocery store, you know, my husband always says, I'll see you in an hour, because I'll run into, you know, 4 or 5 people and you have conversations, but that's okay. You get caught up and it's nice to see people. The one group that I did, you know, join was the Athletic Booster Club for Peninsula High School. I believe in sports for kids. I want kids to be involved, if it's not art or theater, you know, but sports. My boys played both football and baseball, so I really wanted to give back. And, you know, the school needed money for those kids, for equipment, for the trainers. And if we didn't do it, the school didn't have money. So, you know, the kids would get injured, there's no trainer. So, and I still help out on that board, so I still so believe in it. But yeah, for the schools, yeah, I loved watching my kids go through the school system that I went through. So all 4 of us, my husband, myself, and the 2 boys went to the same high school, just different names, right? Rolling Hills and Peninsula. So it was pretty fun, especially when they had the Remember the Titan football games. And so we were there as Titans watching our sons play on the field as Panthers in one big group. So it was fun. You know, with the boys playing in high school and then Eddie playing in college, you know, I love, maybe it's a game where I can sit and relax. It's a mental game, but it's a family enjoyment too. We're a baseball family. Try to hit we've gone to a few, haven't hit all of them, but we'd like to go to all the stadiums, you know. So we've gone to New York, both new and old Yankee stadiums. So we've gone, you know, it's been fun. I am so honored to receive this award. It's still a little surreal for me, but I want to thank everybody on the board, everybody on the committee. I am just beyond thrilled to accept this award. So thank you all so very much for noticing my work. I don't do it for that, and so I'm over the top happy.
What an amazing group. Loved meeting everybody, and talking to Julia is never dull and boring. I love her. So congratulations to all of the honorees. That will be at Trump National Golf Club on Thursday, November the 16th. 5 p.m. and get your tickets early. How can they get tickets?
Yes, thank you, Maria. The tickets are available on the Chamber website. You can click on the link right on our homepage, or you can call our office and we'll be happy to help you over the phone. The event is open to the public, so everyone is invited to get your tickets and come join us for what is promising to be a very unique and exciting evening.
It's always a fun night. And the website is?
PalosVerdesChamber.com.
All right, very good. Now, before we let you go, it's the holiday season, and I know you're doing something very special for businesses in the community. Tell us about this event that will be at the Promenade Mall.
Yes, absolutely. So on Saturday, December 9th, we're having a new event this year. It's our holiday market, and it's styled after the European holiday markets that you see in Europe, but also in New York City.
They do this in New York City,
you know, right? Our favorite city, right? Outside of LA, right? Of course. But we will have, it's open to local businesses, so regardless of whether you're a chamber member or not, if you're a home-based business or a small local business, you can get the information on our website. You can rent a table and chairs and come on out, and the public is invited, of course, to come shop from 10 to 5 at the Promenade Palos Verdes on Saturday, December 9th. We'll have a special surprise visit from Santa Claus.
Wow.
And lots of other fun things going on.
And then how can people get in touch with you to get the table?
Okay, just again on our website, there's a link on there, or just email us at connect@palosverdeschamber.com or call us.
All right, Eileen, thank you so much for being with us. And thank you very much for watching. I'm Maria Sorreo, and we will see you around the peninsula.